Nigeria Union of Local Government Employees, Osun chapter, has raised the alarm over what it describes as desperate moves to allegedly hijack local government funds in the state, despite subsisting court rulings. The union recalled that council allocations had been withheld since February 2025, alleging that powerful interests were plotting to divert the money through judicial maneuvers. Reacting to the situation in Osun, the Nigerian Bar Association has urged the federal government to immediately release statutory allocations due to local government councils in the state, describing the continued withholding of the funds as unconstitutional, illegal, and a dangerous affront to judicial pronouncements. Joining us to discuss the withholding of the local government funds in Osun State by the federal government is Musibau Adetunbi, a senior advocate of Nigeria. Good morning and welcome to the morning show, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma.
Morning.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Well, let's start with this question. Is there a valid and legal ground for the seizure of allocations meant for the local governments in Osun State, in the light of the decision in AG Lagos versus AG Federation, and also in AG Abia versus AG Federation? Is there any legal ground?
To the best of my knowledge, none. To the best of my knowledge, none. I'm not aware of any. And we can look at the genesis of the crisis. And we can look, because we are all crying for a saner climb. But we fail to appreciate the fact that if we don't make this place a saner climb, then soon we have nowhere to go. Trump is doing his own in America. Our own daughter, Kemi, is disowning us.
She's not a daughter.
Is disowning us.
Essex girl.
In UK, United Kingdom. When are we going to allow the rule of law to supersede the rule of politics? To me, to the best of my knowledge, and it's not because Dr. Abbott is here, the president that first made that happen was late President Yaradua, thereafter President Jonathan. So what since then? It's impunity.
Okay, what then will be the right interpretation of the latest Court of Appeal judgment on this Osun local government matter?
The Court of Appeal judgment is very clear. If you disagree with it, there's still, fortunately, there's still a step higher. The court says, look, you've slept on your right. And that judgment of the Federal Court still remains the only one that regulates the affairs of local governments in Osun. And they even came to say, look, election had been conducted. And the people have been sworn in. So we cannot release your appeal. And it was thrown out. And if you look at the NBA letter too, you see that they came out categorically. And they cited an authority, which is very common. That's Osakwe and Federal College of Education. So that even if you have a conflict, then the latter one supersedes the former one. Their own contention is that the former one gives them the right to go there. If the latter one takes away your right, it's either you approach the Supreme Court or you abide by it. If you don't, then you cannot be crying foul. But I think the major problem is not the political parties. It's not about the political parties, but it's about people that are put in position of authorities. For me.
Are you saying President Tinubu is the major problem? Because when he was governor of Lagos State and the Obasanjo administration tried to seize funds meant for Lagos State, he fought it. And now, ironically, years later, as president, he seems to be doing the same thing. Are you pointing at President Tinubu?
You see, if you look at unfortunately, Mr. President has one advantage, and that advantage is using negatively to the disadvantage of majority of Nigerians. He was a commander of the opposition for years. So as the commander of the opposition for years, he had the opportunity of studying how to block, how to fight the man there, and he's using that advantage to block the opposition now. So forgetting that the opposition is not about Mr. President. It's about the country. Without an opposition, we don't have a country. President Jonathan could have said there must not be APC. The worst will be war. And we all go to war. People will die. That was what happened the former civil war. The Privy Council said, look, under your constitution, the right person was Adetunbi, a whole parliament, the parliament of the entire country, sat down. The ball had entered the net, and you amended our constitution. After the ball had entered the net, I said, oh, they were playing a World Cup match, and the referee said, oh, sift the goalpost after the ball had entered. What will you expect? Crisis. Didn't we lose life? We lost so many lives, and we refused to learn. We're moving back to the same stage.
All right, I hear you. Thank you so much. So, as you've mentioned, this is all political.
It's political.
From the legal aspect of things, that's been sorted. There's no justification at all for the withholding of funds.
None.
Now, you also mentioned something very important, that for our democracy to thrive, the rule of law must be obeyed, must be respected.
It must supersede the rule of politics and friendship.
Okay. Now, what are the options available? Because we've had a lot of interventions on this matter, including traditionalists coming out to speak. The NBA have come out to speak, even though the Osun APC said they had no jurisdiction or stand to wade into the matter. What are the options available then? Because is this now at the pleasure of the federal government or the presidency, even when the court has ruled?
I don't think it will be at the player. I think if Osun thinks that there's a judgment of the Court of Appeal, which recognizes whether you like it or not, the election and the people elected under the PDP.
Yeah.
So I strongly believe that if Osun, they should think out of the box and
Can you, when you say think out of the box, you're holding back some important information. I can see that it's in you. The box is in your court. Share with us.
I strongly believe that they can create a way out, even if Mr. President will not oblige, or the FEC or whatever, on the Honorable Attorney General, if they will not budge, but they can still do it. When it happened to Tinubu, at the end of the day, he faced the Supreme Court. And when Obasanjo refused to comply, we have it on record till today, that he refused to comply with the judgment of the Supreme Court. The issue is not going to be erased forever. And Yaradua came, he complied, he paid the money. So I strongly believe that they are going to find a way out. Let's leave it at that.
To wait for a new administration to come in? Because
No,
we're citing the
They don't need to. They don't need to wait for a new administration to come in.
What do you think would be the way out?
I strongly believe that they will get a way out. I strongly believe that.
But it's because of the way out we are here, and they've not found the way out all this while. That's what I say. What should be the way out? Okay, let me put some way outs forward.
Yes, okay.
Do you think Mr. Adeleke has the capacity to keep running those local governments now and pumping money to them, owing to the fact that they are not collecting money from above? Was one. Number two, do you think he should even go one step forward and gerrymander as much as possible by reproducing many more local governments in that area to create an upset? Is that a possibility? Do you think, yes, he should go to the Supreme Court and he gets a judgment for posterity's sake, but it's not implemented? Is that another possibility?
The last one that you mentioned is a very good opportunity.
To go to the Supreme Court?
If Tinubu was there, Obasanjo refused to implement. And at the end of the day...
He had it for posterity's sake.
Yeah. Oh my God. Are we not talking about it today?
So, but, and let me give you the last one. Do you think he should just go to the APC? You think he has gone to meet President Tinubu when they were in Lagos and he has openly endorsed President Tinubu? Do you think he should just switch fully and the money will be paid?
You see, I want you to realize one thing.
Yes.
If you conduct, you and I know, if the authorities will give room for a free and fair election today, the result may surprise everybody. So, if we are saying somebody should go to APC, I'm sitting right beside you, but you don't know what is going on, right inside me. You don't even know whether maybe I'm thinking of, let me even take a knife and stab this man. You cannot read it. It's not possible. Look, all those people are crossing to APC, this. We may be too young, but have you forgotten the Mamowa? Borino mi o rowo mi demo ni mo wa. Borino mi o rowo mi demo ni mo wa. So
Akitola ati demo. No, what he's saying is the long Nigerian political history, the Akitola conundrum, and Demo was, the National Democratic Party. I mean, the Akitola Party then. So it used to be a slogan song that was sung back in the days, So
you see, the man, they compared and say, come to this place. And they said, okay, I'm there. But do you know where I am? Right inside me.
But he has endorsed President Tinubu. He visited President Tinubu in Lagos. He came out to endorse President Tinubu recently. Why can't he just switch fully? He has nothing to... Maybe it's just one term remaining. He has become senator, so he might not want... And he's from a very rich family. In fact, when they were fighting about the private jet, he said, my family is very rich, he can go back abroad. So he just needs to do one thing. Like, it doesn't look like someone like me that we want to now go back to the Senate. So he might just finish up his term. So why can't he just play ball?
Look, my dear brother.
Yes, sir.
You and I should not encourage that.
Okay.
If we really need a country. If we don't need a country, let us keep on encouraging it. But if we need a country, don't let us encourage it.
Okay, deception.
It's not the best solution.
Is that there is, a process in the rule of law. Supreme Court can take a decision, and then we know where we all stand. However, there is the persuasive angle. Traditional rulers in Osun State, led by the Oni of Ife, Ojaja II, is also leading traditional monarchs to say that, look, even their own 5% statutory allocation has been denied. Even traditional rulers in Osun State cannot pay their staff. They cannot maintain their offices. I don't know whether Governor Adeleke has a way of also taking care of them. But we do not expect Dr. Adeleke to use either his personal funds or family wealth to run the state. Or do you think that President Tinubu will hearken to the voice of the traditional rulers who say that, well, we're your fathers, so we too, we can't get our 5%.
You see, my appeal to the traditional rulers and to every Nigerian, let us, if we want to move forward, let us stop selling our conscience.
Traditional rulers?
I'm not talking...
They say they want their 5%.
I'm going there. I'm going to where you are coming from. Now, we are where we have today because our conscience, we allow our conscience to be bought. I'm glad you are in the press. When the primary election was to be conducted, be it in PDP, be it in APC, you journalists were the one telling us the number of dollars that were moving around. To do what? To possess conscience. If I possess conscience, I'm trading. And I must make profit.
So are you saying traditional rulers in Osun State sold their conscience?
No. I'm not talking. I'm saying the entire society.
Okay.
Whether when we allow PDP, when they were conducting their primary, or when APC conducted its primary, you told us, you journalists, how dollars were moving freely. Conscience were possessed. Whether in PDP, whether in APC, people possess conscience. And if I spend my money to buy conscience, that's why, because I'm coming there, the traditional rulers are sovereign because the rule of law has been allowed to give way for rule of politics. And as long as we continue to allow conscience to be possessed, rule of law shall continue to give way for rule of business.
Okay.
Thank you very much. On that note, we'd like to thank you, SAN, for joining us on the program.